Welcome to the NXT After Show on AFTERBUZZ TV. This is the last show from Dallas, and what a way to finish from WrestleMania weekend. So stick with us. We're going to cover what's left from that card, and we have an update from our Tom Phillips Appreciation Contest. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
That's right, everybody. We are here for the NXT After Show right on AFTERBUZZ TV. We have the full NXT team in effect. Starting with me, I'm one of your hosts here. It's Mark B. Donica. You can find me on Twitter at Mark B. Donica. We're just going to jam out Shinsuke Nakamura's theme for a little while. Joining us, as always, we have Mr. The Hobo.
Get the belt cleaned.
Is that what it is?
That's why it's not here.
Okay, that makes sense.
You never
The
noticed,
one
sort of.
half of the United Wrestling Federation's
Network. United Wrestling Network.
I'm still working on it.
Team champion.
Yeah, you and
Yes.
Rivers Cottonbelly.
Yes.
So one, if you haven't, go to Fight TV, check out their #1 contendership match. A lot of fun.
This week's second episode of Coastline Clash coming up. That is the episode where we fight Cold World for those championships.
Make sure to stay tuned to that. Mr. Bill Hanstock,
Hey everybody,
how are you this week?
I'm the fine.
You are the fine?
Yeah.
I almost let out a curse.
How the HE-double-CK are you?
How the hinske are you?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Nakamura, how are you?
Is that a greeting now?
Yeah.
Nakamura to you, sir. Nakamura to you.
Nakamura.
Bless you. It's an old Marx Brothers
Doctor.
bit. Doctor. This week we had 5.5 matches from the last sort of tapings of WrestleMania
5
weekend,
matches from the tapings.
and one from the Mayhem.
The Mayhem in Massachusetts.
The Massachusetts Mayhem.
Massachusetts Mayhem is a minor league hockey team.
That makes sense.
It should have been the Boston NXT party.
Oh!
Hey, missed opportunity.
Always.
Missed opportunity debuting later this week at the Performance Center. So to start off this weekend, we do have a pretty big show, so we're going to try to get through it as much as we can. They crammed a lot into a 50-minute show, I'll tell you that much.
Shoved it on in like a turducken.
And
Like a wrestling turducken.
at the top of it, really quick, I just want to give a shout out to our fan watching from Italy, Mr. Zio Adams. He's celebrating his birthday today. I wanted to give him a quick shout out. He is the dreaded 3-0. So bless you, sir. Thank you for joining us every week.
Bonafesta.
But very good. Brilliant.
I don't think we can say that on the air, can we?
So thank you for joining us. Let's get started. This was the first match of the night. Was the first match of the tapings. Asuka versus Yas Queen Eva Marie.
Yes.
Yas.
Yes!
And we got an immediate shut up Phillips from Corey Graves. This is getting a little bit out of hand.
This is why we have Tom Phillips Appreciation Week.
I think he heard about Tom Phillips Appreciation Week, and this is his retaliation.
Like, they were like, hey, we need to go back into the booth. I messed something up, just so that he could berate Tom Phillips
Oh
more.
no, the audio got deleted. We gotta go again, you bastard.
Hey.
It's now going to turn into Tom Phillips Appreciation Month.
Seriously.
Right.
Just Tom Phillips Appreciation. Just in general. The man needs to speak up. Hashtag Speak Up Tom, and you can get your hashtag Speak Up Tom shirts right now at nxteam.spreadshirt.com.
You really can.
Yeah, well,
That's
I'm-
not a joke.
Made it during the show.
The world's first Tom Phillips shirt.
I mean, it's unlicensed, but everybody needs to
only
start.
say Tom Phillips.
shirt.
No,
Yeah.
it says Speak Up Tom. It could be anybody. Do you have a friend named Tom who's pretty quiet? Well, we got a
I
shirt for you.
do.
Yeah, make sure that if you
Pick
have
one
a
up.
friend, named Tom, make sure that you're bullying him via wearing this shirt. Passive aggressively bullying your friend named Tom is what this show is all about.
Every time he opens his mouth, just pie face him aggressively.
No.
Speak up, Tom.
Come on, man.
Nerd.
But I mean, needless to say, the point of it was for Corey Graves to be getting the point across about Eva Marie to play her up as the goddess that she truly is
Yep.
for the NXT universe.
She's great and she rules.
Yep.
She expects other people to pick up articles of her clothing.
And if-
just drop that coat in the middle of the ring. You pick it up,
There's a-
striped servant.
Okay, you're a wrestler. You know that there's a person for that.
I give my coat to the person. I don't leave it in the ring like it's my house, though it is my house. It's rude.
Saying Eva Marie's a little too rude.
She's rude.
All right. Well,
She's ravishing.
Is she
And rude.
Is she cool but rude?
Cool but rude.
Yeah, Mojo Rawley is a party dude.
he's a cool, rude party dude. So, I mean, say what you want about Eva Marie. This match...
I will. She's great, and I love her. And she's getting better all the time. And
I will give you this. She was the best version of herself she could have been in this match.
She is constantly improving.
Yes.
Good for her.
She's always showing some progression.
I will say, though, her lining up as the first challenger for Asuka post-title win says something about what she wants to accomplish in NXT.
Of course. She's tried it before and not managed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks to herself, new champion, new opportunity. I couldn't beat Bayley, but maybe I can beat Asuka. On a cold day in hell, maybe she's right. Hell was nice and hot today. She did not pick up the victory.
She nearly stood blow for blow with Asuka for a little while. For a little while, but once those kicks started flying, it did not go her way. She did not have the stamina to finish the job, unfortunately. Asuka gets the win. Just disgusting her kicks. The Shining Wizard is I'm still pulling teeth out of my mouth from that.
She just, after that Shining Wizard, Eva Marie just kind of withered. Just kick.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Anybody highlights from this match? Because we haven't heard too much from Bill other than
Yeah, she's
in the crowd. Slay Queen.
Put your Red Queen over.
Yeah. She's like the big knock on her for most of her career, other than the standard, trite you can't wrestle talking point, is like she has looked like fairly like robotic and sort of forcing things. And she's getting so much better at like playing to the crowd and reacting to things that happen in the match organically, or at least looking like she's organically reacting to things that are happening in the match. And she's just looking so much more fluid and being able to take things in stride and react to things as they happen and sell and get up and down. Like, she's doing all the little things so much better, but like overall, just the look of Eva Marie has moved so far just in a few months of her being like, just like with like
going from It's a Small World to Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's good.
The NXT Brooklyn match against Carmella, when she was like, how you doing? How you doing? Like, that was like the only thing she could think of.
And her weird voice.
Yeah. And now she's
on the Ritz.
And now she's like doing stuff and like doing stuff to such an extent that like then Asuka's making fun of her like and they're playing off each other. It was a good dynamic. Like, they're such polar opposites.
And they told a great story.
Yeah.
I feel like Asuka was in some ways pulling the best out of Eva Marie.
Sure.
Because all of a sudden Eva Marie had to stand toe for toe and blow to blow with Asuka, who is a fighting machine. And every time she laid in one of those strikes, Eva would have to sort of rally herself and come back, and I felt like she was in that moment.
Yeah.
Asuka made her live in that moment and
that's-
try and fight back.
That's the mark of a great performer, too.
Yeah.
But that's also Asuka's job and role right now.
Yeah.
Is to pull all of these next generation of NXT women to her level. Like, that is why she is there. That is why she's holding the title right now.
Speaking of being there, Nia Jax came down.
Peter Sellers?
Very good.
Sellers, yes.
Nia Jax came down to the ring as a show of support for her buddy Eva Marie. Doesn't end up getting involved, or at least what we saw, there might have been something on the commercial. Yeah? Nah, Jax. After the match, though, she comes in. Asuka goes for a kick. Mrs. Nia, we get a bit of a stare down, possibly a tease at what might be coming soon in the it's clashing. It's not, and then they kiss.
This is
Two
kissing.
sideways ducks.
Yeah, no, not like
Two
this.
sideways ducks just have a little peck.
The unstoppable force meets the immovable object.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the sort of thing that we're happening. Like two football helmets crashing and exploding.
Yeah, one of those.
Are you ready for some Nia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Question and answer.
They're NXT's own personal Bud Bowl.
Makes it.
Nia's Bud Dry.
Go on.
That's all.
That's
Asuka's Budweiser.
that's what. Okay, that's the part I was hoping for.
Okay.
After the match, we get a look at Samoa Joe versus Finn Balor, where in Bizarro Land, The title changed hands at a house show.
It's not even a pay-per-view. It's not even a pay-per-view.
Jimmy King for Hall of Fame still. One of these years, man. We'll get it. But, I mean, regardless, this is something that puts more eyes on live events for NXT.
Oh, yeah.
And WWE in general. I think the last time a title change hand was the Intercontinental Belt, 2013, 2014. George would know. Ask Hermosa.
It was the Intercontinental Belt, and it was Kofi, I think.
Something like that. Okay. But we saw a little bit of the action. Finn got a big drop kick from the outside, and he wasn't in demon gear. So one could say that the demon brings out what is necessary to get the job done against Samoa Joe. But
The Flasher just couldn't put it away on that night.
the Flasher, Finn Balor. Yeah, it works. I like it.
Going to flash here a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Just take a look at me abs, me midsection, me bread basket. That's where I put all me bread.
I just wanted to keep it as quiet as possible for that. That was the NXT team ASMR moment of the week. Joe ends up winning with the Muscle Buster, and after the match he says, we want a couple of words from you, Joe. The words have already been said, and he was the inevitable. He came out with the W. And hopefully, now that we're at the end of this taping, we're going to be back in Florida, and we're going to hear from our new champion.
And we're just 2 months away from the next takeover. So
Yes, June 8th. So who knows?
just over a month away. So
You just changed from two.
yeah, it happens. Now is April, May, then June.
Okay, all right.
But
Okay.
It's going to be May. So
Yeah.
we're excited about that. More about this story as it develops. But our next match, Bill, you were telling us about this one the weekend of. You were telling us about the Revival versus, as they were billed on NXT, Matt Lee and Jeff Parker. 3.0.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Oh, you didn't catch it? Yeah.
But were they billed as 3.0?
No.
Or, okay.
It was just Matt
Well,
Lee and
their
Jeff
gear
Parker.
still had it on.
Yeah, it said 3.0
Yeah.
on their legs.
And this was the Revival beating the ever-living crap systematically out of this wonderful tag team.
While Shane Matthews stands on the apron and does impeccable apron work.
So good.
Gets the entire crowd behind him, starts the defense chant, which I hope becomes a new NXT/Full Sail thing, because it's absolutely amazing when there's a face in peril to start a defense chant.
I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And it's better than the mess up count thing. That
Oh no, go to hell with that.
we won't know until the new tapings whether that's stuck.
Oh, if
I
that's
really
stuck, I'm
hope it
gonna just
hasn't.
punch everybody in the face.
That's fine. We'll be there in
I'm
Florida.
gonna use
punch
him to
you
do
in
it,
the
but I'm
face.
gonna punch everybody in the face.
If you want us to punch people in the face, make sure to visit nxteam.spreadshirt.com.
Bill the Hulk Hanstock.
Oh,
Hulk Hanstock.
that's what I thought you were gonna say. He was gonna have Hulk hands. I'd be
Hulk
so
hands
into it.
But if anyone isn't familiar with 3.0, they were they're 3.0. They're Shane Matthews and Scott Jagged Parker, and they used to be 2.0, but then they got better. But go check out any 2.0 or 3.0 promo on YouTube. There's one where Shane Matthews got a new jacket that's really great. It's an old one. They're from Canada. They're awesome. They're former Chikara Campeones de Parejas. They're just fantastic. And if you aren't familiar with them already, check them out. Shane Matthews is going to be one of your new favorite people, and I hope to God that they got signed, or at least are getting an extended look based off of this.
Well, after this,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great showing. This shows that you don't have to have any real offense in order to create a moment and a reaction from your fans, to people that are in the audience. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is be present, really, in the moment. Just like those guys were.
Yeah.
They didn't get a lick of offense, but man, they were there, and the fans loved them for it.
And it made you hope that they would get something, but they
Right.
got the only type of offense that they had was that defense chant. The good offense is a good defense chant. That's the new thing now.
Okay.
Seemingly.
Nope, I don't think that's how it works.
But boy, did they take beatings like a champ.
Well, I mean, I don't think they had much of an option.
No. Right.
Revival was all over them, and in the worst way. They were just swinging for the fences. Every punch, every kick to the ribs. They meant business. They meant to hurt people.
And they were definitely out for it. I cannot get enough of the Revival. And we've been a fan of them ever since before they were the Revival. Making sure you buy their shirts.
I didn't even know they had a shirt until today.
Yeah, and oddly enough, a 4-week-old program.
Yeah.
You were in Dallas.
Wow.
Their shirt and
Barely.
their shirt and the American Alpha shirt both premiered at WrestleMania weekend.
And sold out WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the American Alpha one, but I didn't see the Revival one. I was busy. I'm a busy man.
On the mic after the match, they say they are the best tag team in the world, but in saying that, they need the titles. No one is going to be safe. So he said it a lot.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite things they said was their last line. They will not stop until they get back what completes them. The titles
Renee
have become
Zellweger and Jerry Maguire.
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking.
me.
I mean, they got gold. She had golden hair.
You had me at
belts
no
golden.
flips, just fists.
Damn it. Beat me to it. What did y'all think about the promo?
Great.
I'm waiting.
More Revival's a good thing, and the only thing better than the Revival is a really motivated, pissed off Revival. So I'm excited, very, very excited to see where it all goes.
I mean, this to me is like the perfect thing. You've got the ultimate wrestlers versus the ultimate tough guys. This is beautiful. Just make it happen. I'm there. There with bells on. I don't even know what that means, but I'm there.
Well, especially what we saw after our next match. We had the Hype Bros versus Bamf. No Alexa ringside. Mojo was all of the hype. All of the energy was on.
Wait, if there's no Alexas, are they just a BM?
They're just boomf.
Yeah.
They're just the boomf factor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe. Gross. But all of the energy was on the Hype Bros side of the ring.
Mojo was just out there broing everybody.
But
just broing people left and right.
Half of his time in the ring was in that 3-point stance.
Yeah.
That was all for
He's
Gronk.
too hyped to remain upright.
That is hype. Where thank you, Blake and Murphy were not hype, but they slowed it down, surprisingly. They're usually high flying, trying to get as much, throwing their bodies around the ring as much as possible. But for this contest, it was all slow them down. They knew the power of the hype.
Right. You had to cut it off at the knees, and they damn near did that to Zack Ryder. Whoa. That chop block, low and heavy. Bad news.
There's bad news bears.
Bad news.
How was the crowd for this one?
Fine.
Sounds about right.
I mean,
But-
it's weird. Like, everything has aired so far out of order. Like, the Asuka Eva Marie match was the very first match to be taped at all. Like, it was the very first match to happen at the Access session, and it's opening up the last hour of these Access sessions to air on television.
Yeah.
And the Revival 3.0 match was one of the first matches to air as well, and so was Revival versus Blake and Murphy. And I think that people were I'm sorry, not Revival versus Blake and Murphy. Mojo, Hype Bros versus Blake and Murphy. And people were into the Hype Bros, and I think the crowd just was poorly mic'd because it's such a big convention hall.
Yeah.
And the sound just disperses because the crowd was loud for almost all of the taping. And like when you were in the crowd, like when Carmella did her like catchphrase, everyone said her catchphrase, but you like barely heard it on television. So
Yeah, it almost felt like she was dropping it, but she didn't. But you want to talk about taking a beating? Blake and Murphy, some of my favorite people to get beat up, which is a really weird thing to say, but they know how to take a beating.
They know how to die beautifully.
They couldn't see through the hype, but we got a hype right.
did they believe the hype?
Probably not. Oh. If they believed, they may would have gotten a second win and taken the victory.
But if they didn't then, they do now.
Does that mean that Alexa is the hype?
This is getting way too like existential.
Yeah.
For more of those, that was our NXT Team existential thought of the week. Let us know.
Stay tuned for a Camus-inspired shirt that will be dropping soon.
But big surprise at the end of the match, Revival came down and beat up the Hype Bros.
Immediately making good on their word.
Yeah, everybody was on notice. If Bamf wasn't beat up, they probably would have beat him down further. Would have liked a couple of boots to them, medium style, just to sort of establish, doesn't matter who you are, we're gonna beat you up because we're the Revival.
Established.
And just really quick, so people stop discussing this in the chat. I don't know anything about any potential deals that are happening. So
Okay.
Yes.
Let's move on from
Let's
that.
move on from that. So, our next match, Carmella versus the singles debut of Aaliyah, who we've seen from Breaking Ground, still using the same music and essentially the same entrance that she debuted for Mr. William Regal.
Okay, I didn't think he liked it all that much. I didn't think he was gonna keep it, but here she is doing it, and it does look good. I don't know if I like the music though.
Just get rid of the
Weird
top of
music
it.
box thing.
Yeah.
Going on in the beginning. Yep, I don't know.
How did it play?
The theme?
Yeah.
What,
Fine.
I mean, did anybody go what, or did anybody go no?
does she have any
No.
recognition with the crowd?
Yeah, people knew who she was, but like not from her theme.
Okay.
But yeah, she looked awesome in this match.
She kicked ass in this match. Carmella had her beaten with basics, but Aaliyah kept using innovative offense to keep Carmella off of her balance.
She was moving in there like a female well beyond her years. She was moving very well. I was very surprised to see it. Knowing how young she is, how new she is to this entire process, having seen her on Breaking Ground.
Yeah, especially how she came
myself,
across on Breaking Ground. Like I didn't expect. You okay there, buddy?
Yeah, just coughing.
She's dying.
Just keep going.
Just good.
Or no.
I didn't expect her to like look this fluid and have this much.
She looked polished,
great.
like actually fairly
Totally
well.
great.
Maybe she did bring her A offense.
Yeah.
She wasn't trying anything new, so to speak. Everything that she did, she had been doing. But even still, that's what you want for a television debut. You don't want to try anything new out
Absolutely.
there. You go back to what you know, what you're best at, and I think she did that today.
Yeah, she had some great stuff that looked super crisp, some really creative stuff in just a short amount of time. She also looked great. Like her gear, I like her gear a lot, and just like showing you that like the little things like make a big difference. Like the way she had her hands taped, I thought added a lot to her character because she had like the boxer tape, like she had the white tape, like almost like CM Punk, but not as far down, just like to here.
Sabu.
Yeah, Sabu style hand and wrist tape. And
dig it.
Just like, those little things like can make you look a little bit more like a badass,
And it succeeded. I liked her dive through her middle rope splash.
Yeah.
Her leg drop off the middle rope.
That
was
looked
gross.
brutal.
Disgusting.
Just dropped all of her weight right on top of Carmella.
Big fan of her debut. Did not get it done. Carmella hits a flatliner rolled into a figure four necklock for the
was
win.
great, too.
It's great.
And she was working for it. I mean, Aaliyah was in there. She was not ready to tap. She's working hard to get out of it. Then Carmella grabs the toe and wrenches it all the way back, and it's over.
Instant.
You can feel all the blood begin to pool in your eyeballs. You gotta tap out.
And hope more from Aaliyah in the future. We see a little bit more from her. In the back, our only I mean, I guess technically the Samoa Joe bit counts, but our only current backstage segment, Elias Samson in the back talking about how Regal misinterpreted his words. The words to a song, of course. But he will make those clear. He will make Nakamura wish he would have never drifted into NXT. All right, next that's our next match. But we got an announcement that next week Austin Aries is going to be in action. We don't know against whom, but presumably old Sparklebutt will do us proud. Stay tuned for that one. That one's coming soon. Our main event of the weekend and the second match recorded, I'm pretty sure, was Elias Samson versus Shinsuke
Second
Nakamura. Initial thoughts on the match, gentlemen?
Came across, I just have to say, this match came across so much better on television than it
Really?
did live. Yeah.
Why so?
Really?
What makes you say that?
Just because like everyone was so hyped, like completely jazzed to like be in the presence of Shinsuke Nakamura, and then like it was just like, oh, this is a Elias Samson match, like for like, yeah, Nakamura controlled, like you know how it is, like you pick up on completely different things when you're watching a match live. You process things completely differently when you're watching a match live sometimes.
And it's all from one angle.
Yeah,
as
and it's all
opposed
from
to
one angle. Like, so it was just sort of like Shinsuke Nakamura, like, it didn't feel as one-sided as it came across on TV. It felt less exciting than it came across on TV. And then later in the day, like a couple hours later, we saw Nakamura versus Dillinger. And we're like, okay, You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, that's a match where you're just like, yeah, I'm into this match. This is a story I can get behind. These are two really dynamic people who play incredibly well off each other. Whereas, like, this match was like, he's wrestling Aaliyah Samson.
Okay, so
it's not bad.
No, it's two completely different styles.
It comes across so much better on TV, but it's just, when we were watching it, we're like, we're really happy to see Nakamura. That was the point of the match.
And it seemed like Aaliyah Samson had less of, I mean, you react to opponents differently, of course, but he had more of a I need to stop him from talking so that I can talk sort of a thing. It wasn't like a straight up I'm better than you. It was just like I'm not having any of your stuff. It's all about me. But very subtle, because that's how Samson has been, where he just kind of lets his actions speak for himself. When for a match like this, and especially now that we've seen with Ty Dillinger, he's got to get more vocal. He's got to get us more interested, more invested in his plight in that ring, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. I can see that. We got a little bit of silliness at the top from Nakamura, but once he found out that Samson wasn't taking no guff, he showed everybody why they call him the King of Strong Style, and we got a lot of strong style from this man, and I wonder if Elias Samson's jaw's okay.
I wonder if before they went out for this match, they're like, you can really lay into him. Like, just light him up. It's fine. I'm sure they didn't tell him to do that.
Sure, of course not. Of course not.
It's a joke. These are jokes.
I think Samson actually looked in this match a bit better than he had in previous.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Probably because a lot of things were set up going from last week to this week. We knew who he was going to fight, and so did he. And I think he came with better intention. And it was a higher profile opponent for him. He's actually fighting somebody with some real depth to him.
Yeah.
Somebody who's an actual challenge, and I think to a degree he brought a better game, but it was not to the threshold that Shinsuke Nakamura is bringing his game. So he was definitely the victor, being Nakamura. Definitely the victor.
At the very least.
On all levels. Not just the victor of the match, but he looked the best. You got the best from him, and I think Samson is sort of left just in the dust.
Well, you see the difference of style. Like, for somebody who is as world-traveled as Shinsuke Nakamura, that world being Japan, it's still more than Samson had. Like, Samson doesn't have the breadth of experience that Nakamura has, and it's showing, and that's not a fault of his.
Well, I think Samson needs a style. He needs to clearly have a style of offense and sort of stick to it. I think he should be a brawler. I think
Is a style no style at all?
that's not a thing. Stop being philosophical.
I mean,
King
That's
of Drift
not-
style.
King of Drift style.
Drift style, even that could be
Yeah,
a
it just
thing.
kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Just kinda drifts off.
Yeah, well, like that's
I've
what I'm saying.
fallen asleep mid-match before.
That's
That
what I
could
was-
be
like,
a style.
The heroin addict thing
Yes.
is so money. Like, just like nod off and like the drunken
Drop down,
master
go to
thing.
sleep.
Yeah, like yeah.
Put him in a sleeper hold. Fall asleep yourself.
But
Then
you
you
can
both
just-
wake up and panic.
You could just do, and you can keep the drugs away by having him just be somebody who doesn't stop moving or pedaling or playing for money. He's always on the move. So by the time he gets to work, quote unquote work, to the matches,
He's so tired.
He's so tired. He just starts just passing out.
You need to quit your day job, man.
Yeah. It's like, hey, if we give you a contract, like an actual contract, instead of just having you be a gun for hire, we'll give you a cot or something.
I think even saying a gun for hire, I think that's something that would be really cool. It would be like the same idea of dirty deeds done dirt cheap. A guy who will come in as a hired hitman and take out guys.
Yeah.
Because that's what we haven't had for a while. Somebody who does bad things for a very minimal cost. And he'll just come out, break a knee, walk away.
And you know
this
what?
one- Go ahead.
He deserves a little bit more than the singles in his guitar. Let's put some fives in there. Come on. Man needs to pay to make
It's just
a
like if NXT wants to get a little bit into that like blending reality thing, like you have him like beat cut like take that gimmick, but then like he takes it a little bit too far. They're like, take this guy out, and he like stabs a guy in the kidney in the shower or something. They're like, no, Elias, no.
That would be so great.
I know, right?
That would be the gripping television in the wrong way, because you'd be gripping to stop the bleeding.
He's a heroin addict that stabs people. That's canon.
Like
that is official NXT canon for Elias Samson.
Be like when that
Elias
was it Mickey
Samson.
James got murdered on TNA TV. She got pushed onto the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Like what just
Samoa
happened?
Joe murdered Scott Steiner in the parking lot one time.
That's right, he did.
He's like, I'm gonna go find him, and he like walks outside with a machete.
We're thinking of you, Elias Samson. We know you can be
take
better.
any of these ideas.
Please,
There's a place for you in this world. You just gotta make it your own, okay?
By
take
force.
it from a hobo. You can do it. I believe in you. We can work together, man. We can do this together. If you need a mouthpiece because your lines aren't getting over, I'm your guy. Hey.
Yeah, he should bring you in as his guru. Like, this is the guy I aspire to be.
Yeah, you'd be King Hobo.
Yeah.
I am King Hobo.
Well, I mean, yes, but
I'd be
officially.
King Hobo on their TV.
yes.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's right. Remember, as always, NXT, you can send our check to the AfterBuzz Studios. We'll take what you got. I mean, they've already paid us in DVD.
Yeah.
You
So
should
it's a
definitely
start.
be King Hobo, like, when you get to Japan. Because they always, like, bring a guy in and then he's, like,
yeah.
King somebody. Like when Samoa Joe was
Duke
King
Hobo.
Joe.
King Joe,
Duke
Prince
Hobo.
Devitt.
Yeah, but
I'll be Duke now.
yeah, we do.
Don't settle with that.
Viceroy Hobo.
That's right.
Commandant Hobo.
Archpope Hobo.
Make a Pope's hat out of
yeah.
a newspaper.
Let us.
That.
Oh no, like a beer Pope's hat out of like a 12-pack, a long 12-pack. Let us know what your hobo nickname is in the comments down below. Also, make sure to leave us a comment on iTunes, leave us a rating on iTunes, and we'll start reading them. It's been a while since we've read them. It's because we haven't gotten any. If you're a new listener, well, it's true.
No, just real talk.
It's super real.
King of shoot style.
If that's me, I'm leaving that mouth style biz behind. Make sure to go to iTunes, leave us a rating, and we'll read it on the show. We'll give you a shout out. So that's what we'll do, man. That's what we'll do. Don't make fun of me.
We love you.
Prince Hobo Jr.
I'm not a junior.
Junior,
El Hijo del Prince Hobo.
El Hijo de Hobo.
son of the prince.
No, El Hijo de Obo.
The Obo.
Yeah, you don't pronounce the H.
Yeah.
It's your new weapon. Slam packed show. I'm gone. Okay, there we go. We're back. Why don't we just go to news and gossip? Dang it. Let's hit it.
News.
Roll
And
that
quit it.
piffle bean
Come on.
footage. There we go.
All right, so we did have some pretty basic news going on,
But then breaking news.
but then breaking news: something's happening with Rich Brennan.
Ryan Satin of Pro Wrestling Sheet just broke the exclusive
just did?
news that he has been released by WWE.
So what happened? Long story short is all of a sudden today, Rich Brennan WWE, the Twitter account didn't exist. He changed his Twitter back to his real name.
He's Italian again.
And
Didn't know
it's
you could just change that. Didn't know
A
you could.
spaghetti.
And you can buy your spaghetti shirt on NXT. No, coming soon. Why not? So we have no details
Yeah, no details.
other than he got released, and it's real unfortunate. He's been one of our favorites, and he's been sort of in flux between the main roster and NXT. We wish nothing but the best for him. He is a great broadcaster.
If you're hiring an announcer or broadcaster, hire Rich Brennan.
Just do it.
Alex Reyes is so much more powerful than we thought.
Yeah.
There can only be one!
I
The
will,
doppelganger won.
I will say,
It's like when Ben Riley
nobody
took
will get
over the
confused
mantle.
anymore.
That's true.
So, I mean, good silver lining, I guess. Yeah.
He's
Real.
been replaced by a 3. We love you, Alex.
What does that make him? We love you, Alex, and we love you, Rich.
We love you, Rich.
We've always been a big fan of yours here.
Give Rich a job. I'm sure he'll land on his feet.
He will.
Get rich or die trying!
There you go.
you can also get that shirt on NXT.spreadshirt.com.
Love how our approach to marketing is, why not?
Why not? Are you kidding? Some of the ideas that you have for crap that isn't even out yet. Are you kidding me? More on that later. So, of course, the title change was big news. I already talked about it during the show. Last week, during that tour in Florida, both Nikki Storm and the Mighty Don't Kneel debuted for a live event on NXT.
Yep.
Already.
Well, that's close to what Apollo Crews did.
Yeah. All of the folks that just kind of got gobbled up real quick right away. Rich Swann and Biff Busick too, right?
Yeah.
Relatively quick, like within their first
It was
month.
pretty close.
And La Sombra too.
Yeah.
Many. And then the first round, or first couple of matches in the Global Cruiserweight Series took place at, was it Progress over the weekend? Or Revolution?
Yeah, it was Revolution Pro.
Revolution Pro. Zack Sabre Jr. took
It might
on
have been Progress. Sorry. I don't know.
Progress. This weekend in Europe, the Global Cruiserweight Series, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Morgan Webster, with Zack Sabre Jr. winning by submission.
How else?
Yes,
Right.
True. And then Jack Gallagher versus Pete Dunne, with Jack Gallagher picking
I
up
thought
the
it
win.
was the Gallagher.
No,
like
not-
Gallagher.
Oh my
Gallagher.
God! I wish Gallagher was in the Global Cruiserweight Series.
We were talking about it on Sunday, and I was very confused.
just smashing
wasn't a hard- it was a
watermelons,
hardcore
telling
match.
offensive
Yeah.
jokes.
Smashing fruit.
That was a hardcore match, dude. And he won by squashing the head of Pete Dunne. It's
God.
Kind of
The
gross.
sledge-o-matic.
Sledge-o-matic.
Everyone in the front row was like,
Hey!
Trash
Brain
bag.
bits all over
It's a
them.
show! Brain bits.
I've seen things.
So Zack Sabre Jr. and Jack Gallagher move on to the WWE Global Cruiserweight Series, and
it was Progress Wrestling. Sorry,
It was
everybody.
Progress.
This is
Okay.
Progress.
knew it. Damn it. Thanks for the update, everybody. And so that was our news and gossip. Before we go, we've still got plenty of time. You guys just want to talk? How's your weekend?
It was alright.
Yeah.
Wrestled on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was pretty good.
Good crowd?
Friggin' vermin. We had a match. We were doing champions versus champions. So
Yeah, it was the tag team.
yeah, it was Peter and Morgan versus me and Jervis, and wouldn't you know it, friggin' vermin comes out and
Not surprised.
busts it up. We were.
Yeah?
They were all really busy that day. They had match after match. But they're out there doing their thing, so we're like, oh, good, they'll leave us alone because they're going to be tired. And so we have our match, and they come and bum rush us. It's freaking annoying.
The Evolve Global Cruiserweight Series matches are this coming weekend.
Okay, and I saw they listed the match, or one of the matches.
Well,
T.J. Perkins and Tracy Williams versus Drew Gulak.
They're the Evolve Tag Champs, and they're facing each other. They're both part of Catchpoint.
And then Fred
Yes.
Yeti versus T.J.
Fred
Perkins.
Yeehigh.
Yeah, it's not
They
Yeti.
they misspelled it.
I wish it was
Boza.
Fred Yeti. That'd be like,
Come on,
Boza.
He's like, it's the guy inside the Matterhorn, just like.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I like Fred Yehi, but if he
He's
was wearing a
awesome.
giant fur coat, that would only
That's
be
what I'm
better.
saying. Like, I love Fred Yeehigh. He's awesome, but
Fred
like,
Yeti.
if he was Fred Yeti, holy that like
Yeah.
Another
holy
level.
sh double hockey sticks.
Holy
Shul.
Shul.
Holy shul,
Holy shul.
everybody.
Holy shit.
Holy shul.
Mazel tov.
Sorry, it totally got me. How's your weekend, Bill?
It was good.
Yeah?
I think. Let me think. Yeah, it was good.
How's Passover?
No, like, you know how like you have a weekend that like goes by so fast that you're like, what did I do this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you guys have that every weekend.
Yeah.
But
Nearly.
I checked. I was able to stop in and check out the Food and Wine Festival at Disney California.
Was that good?
Adventure. It's awesome.
Okay,
It's
because it's been
fantastic.
gone for a couple of years.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, did like a Costco trip. I don't know. I don't even know. Yeah.
Don't even know.
But yeah, Passover was Passover.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it passed over a little too quick. Before we go, we're going to have a quick update on our Tom Phillips Appreciation Contest. That's right, we're going to be giving away this NXT Volume 1 of the greatest matches. All you have to do, be nice to Tom Phillips.
That's all you have to do.
Tag him at Tom Phillips WWE. Use the hashtag NXTeam. Make him a graphic. We've already seen some great stuff so far. Make a graphic. Make a video. Fan art. Bring a sign to your next wrestling event, whether it's WWE or NXT, or if you're going to be at the Evolve show. Show Tom Phillips some love.
Now I saw how many of you contributed to our Dream Match
Yeah.
contest. I know that many of you can be nice to Tom Phillips.
Come on, you got it, guys. All you have to do is be nice to Tom and tag hashtag NXT. It's really not
easy.
that complicated.
No.
You can even, if you're low on characters, you can be nice to him in one tweet and then reply to that tweet to all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can, it's super easy. I did it. I made a big post about WrestleMania. Just take a notepad on your iPhone, write a big long paragraph, screen cap it, and post it. That's one tweet. Super simple, and it's
We're
low
doing the
fi,
job for you.
low tech.
What does Tom mean to you?
Yeah.
And then next month we'll be nice to Rich Brennan.
Yes, that will be our next contest. Even so, Wheel Stud on Twitter, all he did was he recorded his computer with his phone and talked over it. That's great, perfect,
need to
easy.
do.
And thank you to all the
Just
folks.
make sure that you are tweeting those at Tom Phillips.
Yes, tweet them at Tom
Right.
Phillips using the hashtag NXT, and you can enter for a chance to win the NXT Greatest Matches Volume 1. And we're going to sign it.
Yeah.
We're going to
forge
sign it.
so many signatures.
Oh. Tricks on
Samoan
you.
Joseph.
We are all going to sign Elias Samson. So, make sure...
17 Elias Samson.
we're just going to cover Finn Balor and everybody.
Well, actually, I bet I could just do like a Sharpie marker and make everybody look like Elias
Yeah.
Samson. Draw
Sasha
long hair and
Banks.
a beard on everybody.
Sasha Banks is going to turn into a real good Elias Samson.
Yes.
So
Samsonize them all.
So while we will say again, this is a Region 1 DVD, so it can only be played on United States DVDs, but that's not to say that you still can't own this piece of
Yeah,
history.
it's shiny. It's metallic.
It's going to have our signatures on it, so we're going to ruin it.
Oh,
You
lick
can
it.
frame the individual discs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll lick
You can make a heck of a shadow box.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
They
So
can
for
do
all of
whatever
our
they want with it.
so all of our non-US fans,
You can put it on a stand and shadow box with it.
that's exactly, precisely. So to all of our European, all of our overseas fans, enter anyway because Tom Phillips is a nice guy and he deserves it. How about that? Make him some Legos, Claire, and make take off the head of the Corey Graves one because man, he got a little bit out of hand today.
Make sure that you fill up his inbox with all of your niceties.
or stab him with a screwdriver.
And you know what?
No, Elias, no.
So right now we don't have an end to the contest, and now kind of to sweeten the deal, I kind of want to add something to make it cool for out of the U.S. folks. So we're going to talk about that. We've been releasing a lot of shirts on nxteam.spreadshirt.com. Today we put out 2. We put up hashtag SpeakUpTom and Smark Style has arrived in the style of the new Shinsuke Nakamura shirts. I really like it. It is really cool.
So you'd be supporting us and NXT and also the fact that you're a smart.
Exactly.
Yes.
That as well. If you're a fan of that term, might as well. But yeah, we also have a couple more in the wells that are so cool and so good, and they just make me smile and laugh. So yeah, but by the time the contest is over, we might have a whole bunch out, and we might add an NXT team shirt to send to you, just because we want Tom to have a nice day. Mm-hmm. Mick Foley said it. We're saying it now. Tweet at Tom Phillips WWE with the hashtag NXTeam and make him have a good day. Make him.
Make him.
Not
Not an
an
Force him
option.
to
Not
have
an
a good
option.
day, yeah.
You better. They've got tapings tomorrow, so he's going to be watching his.
What do you imagine? What do you imagine that would look like if you were forcing someone to have a good day? I imagine like holding someone down at like an ice cream parlor and like just shoving a sundae.
Tying them
into
to a chair and grabbing a kitten and rubbing it all over their
that would make me
face.
have such a good day.
I
I'd be like,
would say
I
also
love this. No.
tie somebody up in a chair like this, like a regular office chair, like arms behind their back, and wheel them through Disneyland, and then sit them up onto the rides, take them off.
Being able to like go to Disneyland and not have to stand or walk is like the greatest
Wheelchair
treat
in it,
of all
man.
time. We were at Disneyland for a few hours, and according to my wife's Apple Watch, we walked over 6 miles.
No, dude, those are
It's crazy.
busy
Yeah.
days. And really quick, taking a look. taking a look at the chat. Our shirts are also only Region 1. Sorry about that.
They'll only play on American bodies.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you're in Europe and you put them on, they just don't
glitch.
They don't work.
They just whir and then just get spit out.
It's just void.
That's a joke. You can wear them no
No,
matter
you can wear them no matter what. We're
Let
totally
me
kidding.
clarify. You can buy this.
Claire, you can buy any of our shirts that you want.
And she has, bless her. So
Thanks, Claire.
before we go, we have a little bit more time. If you have any questions, anything that you want us to talk about that's NXT related, let us know in the comments, YouTube Live. If you don't know, we stream on YouTube every week, Wednesday at 6 p.m.
You can look at our beautiful faces?
Yeah, well, your beautiful faces and my
buddy.
gross mug.
No.
So, no, my gross mug.
Oh, yeah.
It's disgusting.
Wash it, would you?
Nah, it's lucky that way. So yes, leave us some questions. We are live on YouTube every Wednesday at 6 p.m. You can interact with us live in chat, as our chat is doing now. Leave us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below. Our comments, for some reason, one reason or another, a couple months ago, have just started to kind of dry up. Have no idea why.
Do we need to start insulting more people?
Probably.
Oh, you guys.
Wait,
let's
should we
see.
talk more about like cupcakes?
Yeah.
At developmental. Yeah. It's still really weird to see.
Someone wants to know, Matthew in chat wants
Yeah.
to know what will happen with Finn, which is probably a good conversation to have.
Oh yes, especially because
He lost his title, and
he
because
lost his
his
title.
friends are around.
WWE, their new correspondent, I forget her name. She put out a video.
Kelly.
Kelly.
something.
Carlin? No,
Kelly.
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 So Kelly came back and is now doing segments for the online.
She a brunette now. That's
Yeah,
weird.
It's a little weird. That looks like a completely different person. Who knew?
No. Plastic surgery got awry.
That's what you have to do sometimes. Stay current.
That's what happened to Mickey Rourke.
She now he looks like a beautiful young woman.
Yeah.
But
Weird fingers.
He has domed fingernails.
Isn't that
It's
weird?
the
Yeah.
I was watching Iron Man 2 again today, and I was like, what is happening there? Like, I'm so lucky that I have, like, flat
I
fingernails.
know, right? I can't figure out.
Okay,
how
watch
you
Iron
do
Man 2.
that.
There's a lot of shots of him typing and, like, working with his hands, and his fingernails are, like, domed. It's
He has
so...
big
Speaking of Finn
animal
Balor,
fingers.
Yeah.
Sausage
No,
fingers.
this is way more important, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's go back to domed fingernails.
go on.
But Finn Balor, now that he doesn't have the title, tomorrow is the taping for the next set of TV, and
And then there's, like, a pay-per-view on Sunday.
there is that. But I think that at the very least might be his last. He might get his return match next week, and then that'll be that. I have a feeling that. AJ, right now there's confusion that AJ might be calling the shots for the
That's the implication.
The Good Brothers.
Good Brothers. Why not? TGB.
GB for life.
That's right. Sweet me, bro. Too sweet me, bro. Hoots. But I have a feeling that either Roman Reigns is in control and is calling the shots, and we're gonna see a new version of the Shield. Because what else is what is a Shield but bulletproof? I'd say nope, nothing from Bill. Or Finn is the one who's been calling the shots for them and takes over as new leader, and then it's 3-on-1 against or AJ and Roman have to team up, and then they find a third teammate, and it's a 6-man battle for a little while. Maybe. What do y'all
So
think?
many possibilities.
There's a lot of possibilities. What do y'all think?
I love the way that they played it out at the end of Raw, where you had all that, you know, you had the Raw long intrigue of like they're really good friends of AJ, but AJ says he's not involved with these attacks. And then at the end, you had them coming out of his locker room. You had all these interactions. Then at the end, they run down and beat him down. AJ comes to pull them off him. Reigns hits AJ because AJ is just in the ring and he just got attacked. He didn't see what was happening. He just stands up and he hits the closest person because he's getting attacked. Then that takes AJ out. They jump back in. He fights them off again, and then AJ hits Roman because Roman hit him. So you have all of these moving pieces without actually clearly saying, like, this guy is on these person's sides. Like, it could all just be a misunderstanding. They could be in business for themselves. They could be working for somebody else. They could be specifically trying to cause dissent, you know?
or they could be in it for themselves.
Right. And just given how closely Finn is tied to these people and how he has spent the past, 3 or 4 months incessantly teasing their arrival, you would have to think
And he's nowhere to be seen yet.
yeah, and he's lost his title, and he's nowhere to be seen lately, and he's gone very, he went from teasing their arrival every hour of the day to nothing about them, and just there's so much going on that of course, the overwhelming thought is that he will be involved with them, but who can say?
I sort of just want it to happen right off the bat because I think having Styles and Balor and the Good Brothers all together, I think that's money.
Yeah.
I do. And I don't want to see a slow build to a reveal of, oh, AJ Styles is involved. I'm so over it.
I don't think he's going to be involved.
No, I don't think he's going to be involved at all.
Really?
The way that
Yeah.
he's been pushing it, nothing to do with it.
I think he's
going to
be
to see a 4-man faction that actually works. That's not the United Nation
or the Wyatt family, or the Social Outcasts.
Right. These will actually, I think,
The
be...
United Nation, who are they?
I don't know. It's the guys.
The League of Unity.
League of Nations.
Right.
There's only 3 of them now.
I do the NXT after show. I don't do Raw.
You used to be on Raw.
Yeah,
What
used to
happened?
be.
So really quickly, before we get going, there was one question also. Ron Corleone asked, what 2 people not getting regular TV time would you like to see feud in NXT?
Me
I mean, that's true.
and...
Jervis.
Yeah! We feud.
Alex Reyes. Hobo and Alex Reyes.
Yeah!
For life.
Me and Samson.
You know
Hobo
what?
on hobo violence.
No, hobo and drifter violence. You made that
On
abundantly
Drifter.
clear.
On Drifter.
You made that abundantly clear. Bill, what do you think?
2 people who aren't currently getting a lot of time in NXT that we would like to see get in a program together.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good question. I'll think about it while you answer.
No Way Jose. I mean, technically, he's still not getting a lot of TV time because he just debuted. And Elias Samson.
Yeah, that would be different.
Because you would have to see... Samson would be forced to come out of his shell. He really would. And it would be great for both sides.
I don't think it would work. Something about it.
Well, I want to see it.
Hey,
Fine, Hobo and No Way Jose.
no, I want to see some of the India talent they got because I know that
True.
there's these guys are actually really good. There's something about these guys that's interesting.
The
and different. I
tag
need to
team
see
has
them.
been...
Yeah,
I forget
the
their new
faceless
names.
monsters. Those guys are friggin' huge.
Yeah.
No way, Hobo.
No way.
I want to see.
Hobo.
I want to see more of Aaliyah. I'd like to see Aaliyah and Alexis get into it because I think that Alexis has. I think she probably has the most charisma of any woman that's still around in the division, and I think she could bring a lot out of Aaliyah.
Yeah, I want to see more Alexa. And so we got JP Morris, No Way Jose, Ty Dillinger from Matthew Linke, Ron Corleone saying Alexa Bliss. Totally agree. Tina Key saying I want to see
Ty Dillinger, obviously.
Athena. But I
Way
mean,
more Ty Dillinger.
he's going to be stepping up to a new level now that
sure
so
hope
many
so.
people have been clearing
Yeah.
out. I hope so too.
Like I would absolutely love to see an extended feud between Ty Dillinger and Old Sparklebutt.
Yeah,
That would be fantastic.
I would like to see that too. There you
Because they're
go.
sort of like two. They're sort of similar, but they're drastically different.
Two halves of the same coin.
Exactly.
I mean, they really, both of them firmly believe they are the best. Completely, firmly believe they are the absolute tops. And then you can have a fight to see who actually is.
So, what 2 talent that aren't getting too much airtime do you want to see get in a feud, whether independently, together, against each other? Let us know in the comments down below, or let us know on Twitter. Also, make sure to enter our Tom Phillips Appreciation Contest. All you got to do is tweet at Tom Phillips WWE, use the hashtag NXTeam, do something nice for the guy. It's just that simple. But until next week, gentlemen, where can the folks find you on social media?
Well, you can find me on social media at Sundown Motel. You can check out my work at cagesightseats.com and sbnation.com/wrestling. And please check out my weekly wrestling podcast, Rudo Radio. This week we had our full payback recap, our extended thoughts on China, our extended thoughts on the NXT title change, and we had that with our guest co-host, Alex Navarro of Giant Bomb.
That's right. I like the Giant Bomb, folks. He's a good guy down there.
He's a
Hobo.
great guy.
When you said China, I swear I'm like, why are they talking about the country of China?
Nope, different one. The other one.
Yeah, that's my
Y.
brain. At True Hobo on Twitter. I'll be at Emerald Knights comic book shop in Burbank on Saturday for the tabletop game day. We're playing the Phil Singer game, and I'll be playing as myself, and Jervis will be there.
Do you have any more of the title belt ones left?
I may have a few.
Okay.
I might have a few just somewhere.
If you're in the Los Angeles area, definitely make sure to head out there. It is a collector's item. Hobo
Yes.
with the Hollywood Heritage Championship.
very limited.
Very good looking card too. Good looking guy on that card. Wish I
Not
could meet
too
him.
shabby. Watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood on your Fight TV app. There should be a new episode going up very soon. You can watch both Jervis and myself versus the Classic Connection from was it last week? Yeah, last week, and that's quite a match. So
It's a great match. You guys have such a rapport. So make sure if you haven't seen, we're gonna have Jervis on the show soon too. We're gonna have both the
Yes.
tag titles, both
He
the
wants
tag
to come
champions.
on.
Yeah, okay, we'll definitely have him on to talk about it. He is the nicest man, the world's sweetest man. Make sure also to hit us up at nxteam.spreadshirt.com. We are gonna have new shirts every single week. We've got a new one for Bill Hanstock and the Stock Boys. We've got NX Team took over Dallas, which looks really pretty swaggy. We have the
Is that migraine coming back?
a little bit.
Oh my.
Speak Up Tom, which is one that we put up today. And then we also have Smart Style has arrived. All of those going up today. And we got so much more coming. So make sure just add it to your bookmarks bar so that you can just check every Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning if you're Claire. So thank you again. Follow me on Twitter at Donica. Follow all of us here at AfterBuzz TV. Make sure to leave us a rating, a comment, subscribe on iTunes, on YouTube. Thank you for joining us for the NXT After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV. We will see you in Florida.
Bye-bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Stab you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.